screw it up. Beautiful. Whew. It's rage inducing and it shouldn't be rage inducing, but at the end it's the truth. It's the truth, y'all. It's the truth, y'all. And I love y'all very much. But it's honesty. It's honesty. It is. It is. It's painful, but it is honesty. It is. It is. None of it gives me joy, but at the end, it's honesty. It's honesty of need, and it is honesty we desperately need, but that's the truth. You can be angry all you want, but at the end, it is the truth. It is. So, next stream, I may have to do another stream. I may do it after I do lab and get my groceries and whatever, but I had to split through all of it, but it's an honest way of saying that Fernando Alonso is faster than you. And millennials and Gen Z, in all due respect, are saying it in so many ways above. But at the end, it's true. Millennials and Gen Z are leaving you. And at that way, it's faster than you. And you wonder, really, really wonder why our state is where it is in. And at the end, it's a congratulations. It is a congratulations. It's congratulatory. Because this is exactly, in a real world way, what happens when responsibility isn't held. And for real, I'm happy to say it. Because it's responsible. I'm not being sad, I'm being real. And I had to pop off in 3 or 4 streams because it has popped off because Streamlabs acting a fool. But this is your report card. This is your report card. You can be mad, you can be angry about it. This is the report card. This is your scorecard. This is your report card. And this is why you're here. This is why Louisiana is in the place it is in. So it's time for an honest assessment, and it's time that I'm going to roast the ever living fuck out of both parties, right, of the GOP. But it's time that I gotta check everybody and check every single person that lives in Louisiana, including myself and including others. Change happens where you are, not in Baton Rouge, not in DC. It happens where we stay. And it's not going to happen me running my mouth. And it's not going to happen to me you going on social media. It's time that it starts where you are. It's time to admit that both parties have done nothing for this state, and have malinvested in Louisiana, just as the U.S. Soccer Federation has malinvested in soccer for over 100 years. And in a lot of ways got rewarded and thought you can get away with it. And they almost got away with getting rewarded. But at the end, it is and at the end, guess what? They got rewarded with the cup, and got rewarded getting bopped by Belgium in the round of 16. In my eyes, that's a failure. And in my eyes, when it comes to this, that is a failure. But at the end, and And at the end, I'm not letting it slide. I'm not letting the ranking of this shouldn't either. You shouldn't. I mean, and I'm saying this, any of this is you shouldn't call what I'm about to say and let it slide. You are Andrea Moda and you are Ricardo Rossett. Better yet, you are basically Andrea Moda and Andre de Crasheris or Andre de Cesaris. Crash every Grand Prix and we're ass every week. And I say this in all beautiful ways. We party for everything. But now, I'm going to say this. For third-party candidates that want to step up, here's the truth. The state of Louisiana may be even either trying to, because we're dealing with potentially the state government saying, hey, yeah, we're going to close the entire place down, have a closed primary for all elections for next year. But here's the thing. It's time for really the state of Louisiana to be punished. And we have to punish the state. But at the end, the problem with this is it's an issue for years. And because here's the thing, for my generation, we let really Jeff Landry slide. We let Jeff Landry slide so much, he basically almost fucked up LSU on ball duty. But at the end, this isn't a Jeff Landry problem. This is an issue that he knows he ain't going to do shit for. And so is the GOP, because they're not going to do anything for. They were on their watch doing this and are doing nothing about it. And really, also did nothing. So both really got, not even going to say this, both really need second yellow and straight reds. Better yet, not even second yellow at this point. Just straight red cards. Get out of here. It's honesty. It is a true honesty that we need. Did I say this? The people of Louisiana need to step up and say this. We don't need these. We don't need either of them. We really don't. But not voting is an option, and even voting may not be an option. But at the end, we don't have anybody else. The problems we have to solve really are not just our own. The problems really, in our honest assessment, we need to be real with it. Change starts where we are. It's time we admit it. If you live from A in Caddo Parish, which is from A to Ascension, all the way down to Z, and I don't know close to Z if it's a Z in a parish of Louisiana, but it's Zachary or whatever, but it's time for honesty. It's about time to say this. A to Z. It's starting where we are. Where we are right now is this. If we want to be for the next, if we're gonna be in 27, and all fingers point to the GOP and Democrat Party, it's time we put everything at the end to say this. It's time we be honest and real. It's really not let Baton Rouge deal with your life. Because change starts where we are. If you're in Baton Rouge, guess what? It starts where you are too. Demand better. Demand better for the legislature. Because at the end, if they're not going to do it, you're going to be forced to do it. So, I'm going to say this now. I'm forcing y'all to do it. Start changing. Change starts where you are. Because this is it. The reason you're dead last in crime and corrections, go ask the former mayor of DeRitter. Yeah, that's why. That's why. That's why. We already know the history. Let's say it for what it is right now. 2027, and at the end, Larry Sharp, poignant, going straight to the people and say this, that if he doesn't get in primary, the mayor, the governor that is in now will be there for 2038. It's game. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go for this now. 2027, for me as a millennial, for millennials, and for Gen Z, we're combining. We're going to combine. This is not just a fusion dance. We're combining, and we're combining now. We're going to be, in the state of Louisiana's eyes, the majority of the voting public next year and also in 28. It's time we earn this shit. It's time we step up and work together. It's not just millennials. It's not just Gen Z. At the end, we need each other. We need two generations to come together, and guess what? Start doing and start putting the foot to the floor. Put on really the helmets of Ayrton Senna, Nigel Mansell, Alain Prost, Michael Schumacher, Lewis Hamilton, all of that, all the thing and everything else, and let's just be real with it. We're gonna be in a bad shape for the next 4 to 12 years if punishment and correction doesn't start. So I'm going to say this right now. If you're a libertarian, green, no party affiliated, of everything else, and if you're a millennial, Gen Z, and I can also add Gen X, ally. We're each other's alliances. We may not agree with our politics. We not agree with it. But at the end, it's time the GOP and Democrat Party in the state of Louisiana give them their belt to ass. It's time I say this. It's time to give them their belt to ass. Because they need it it is exactly what the state of Louisiana in both parties need. It's time that both parties should get their belt to ass. And better yet, every one of them in the state legislature, from the governor all the way down to the legislature. And for those that have signed for NDAs not to tell you about those data centers, yeah, punish them along with Jeff Landry. Give them all their belt to ass on election night in 2027 in the fall. For the GOP and those that are with him, yeah, give them their belt to ass notice. But here's the truth. The same will have to be the same for the Democrat Party. Give them their belt to ass also. Because this is it. If it doesn't take place, I'm going to tell you right now, we will be dead last for the next 20 years. I'm putting literally a destroyed pancreas on the line to say this. We'll be dead last for 20 years straight. If it's not fixed. 20 years straight. 365 days a year. 20 years straight. It's time. I'm saying this now. The walking papers are already signed, sealed, and delivered. So, if you have anybody that is not an incumbent for state government, so state legislatures, that is not an incumbent, step up for them. Give them that belt to ass. Give them the belt to ass. Because all the fire and brimstone should go straight to the incumbents that have done nothing. For anybody that is cannabis, who really supports legalization, guess what? 2027 is now. Give everybody that is against it all, give them their belt to ass orders. Same way but really, this is it. Because I'm saying this right now, that Congress will not care. We know that they're going to say this. I want to say this. For those that support cannabis legalization, and for the Democrats to do so, I say this. Start supporting, giving it an up or down vote and force the vote on it. And then guess what? Expose them for what they are. Anybody that is against the legalization for that, here's the truth. Or, if it's not going to be put up for a vote, belt to ass orders for everybody that won't do it. Even if they say, oh, we're saying something, but it's not going to be up for a vote, guess what? Everybody gets belt to ass. Even if you think, if whether you support it or not, give them a belt to ass. Because if it's not going to get the up or down vote, give them belt to ass. Same way for Louisiana. Time to be real. Time to be real. Give the GOP and Democrat Party belt to ass. Hold them accountable. For K vehicles, if you live in Louisiana, here's the truth. We are the most K-friendly state in the world. Guess what? Buy them. If you're in like a deer lease and you're driving them, go straight to the DMV and get them on the road, because you can do so. But for right now, all fingers and all fire and all heat should be on the GOP and the Democrat Party. This isn't a recent issue. This has been an issue for years. Give them all their belt to ass. If you are a Libertarian Party, if you are in a Libertarian Party, Green or whatever, no party affiliates, guess what? Put them all together. Start having an alliance. Really be like when it's Nigel Mansell, when we won the 92, when he won the 1987, and I believe the 1992 British Grand Prix. Break ranks. Break all the ranks, and guess what? Break all the ranks of your political affiliations, and guess what? Put them together. Put them together. Both parties need to be held accountable. And I think we need to align with everybody that is really no party affiliates and all around and step up. Because it's over. It's over. It's over. It's game on. It's game on. And really give both parties their belt to ass orders, because at the end, if you are, and I say this, if you're going to go for governor, if you're a libertarian, guess what? Step up and say this: we're gonna start this shit right now. We're not doing this early. We're not gonna. If you're gonna say, if we're not gonna say, we're gonna have campaign going every year. Okay, guess what? We're gonna have a campaign by the middle. After, if it's like 4 years for that, within the second year, start campaigning. If you're in the Libertarian Party, start the campaign for his or her replacement on either party, no matter what. Give them that. Because if you don't, guess what? Our state will stay dead last in overall rankings. So at the end, it's time for honesty assessment, and it's honesty assessment stake. It's time. It's time to say this. Give them every single person from the top to the bottom, no matter the party, give them their belt to ass orders. This has been done on both parties watching. You did nothing. Both parties did nothing. Belt to ass. Belt to ass right now. And I say this as a citizen of this state for almost 40 years. And I say this. 40 years of my life and all of my life, I say this. I'm not surprised now. When you're having a college educated almost 35%, or 35.3%, and they're leaving you, enough's enough. Belt to ass orders. Giving her belt to ass orders. And we do this out of love. We do this out of love for our state. Because guess what? It's not just punishment, it's correction. Because it's time both parties need to be corrected. It's time both parties need to be corrected. But it's also time that all the heat and all the correction should be given most to the GOP. But the same way will be for the Democrat Party as well. It's gonna be it needs to be red winning, but not for the blood and everything, for the sheds and even violence. It's really for the votes. It's sad that I had to do this. It's sad I had to say, hey, it's all have to be doing so in our area, but we have to. We have to. If accountability isn't given where it's given, within the next 2 to 5 years, we'll be rooted there for the next 2 to 5 years, and then after that, this state will be dead last for 20 straight years. I am doing this like Larry Sharp, because he's letting him know. He's letting us know that like the GOP person that is gonna be there, he ain't gonna win. For governor, he ain't gonna win, because this is a GOP person. So if you are in Louisiana, you're a Republican and you're mad at what's going on with this is malinvestment. This is malinvestment of your state, but it's also to look at what's going on in New York. This is malinvestment of theirs. If you live in New York, and just say this, not just say this, but if you say this, I will sign this petition, and guess what? Put it all on camera. Have it live streamed to all, and say this: I back Larry Sharp. I want him in this. I want him in this primary. I want him in that primary. Get him on it. And now for us is this: for those that are not Democrat or Republican voters, but you are third party, no party affiliates, anything. Millennials and Gen Z. Because I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this straight. The GOP and Democrat Party, in all of those, in both instances, and you're tired of what's going on in this state, guess what? Shed. Break rank, join us. Break rank, join us both. Join both of them. Join literally no party affiliates in all of us, and say this. And we're just going to do this. Give both parties their belt to ass notice. Because, and I say this right now, if you want to step up to the plate and start going for broke, guess what we're gonna do? Guess what we got to do? Because if you live in this state and you have to leave, yes, it's rightfully, but at the end, accountability is accountability. It needs to be held, and it should be held. So, here's what it is. Here's the truth. We basically need another person, but at the end, we need a leader. We need a person in this state, in this governorship for 2027 that is actually really, in an honest assessment, need to be stable. A stable, steady hand that is going to carry for the next 4 to 8 years. And it won't be anybody of the extremes of left or right. It's time for honesty. Stable leaders. Because at the end, it's really this. Hard times is the hardest of people, but at the end, the best times are the hardest times. Because at the end, when it's harder times and it's and the clock is 12, here's the truth. For me, this is it. We're in the final lap of Louisiana. Grand Prix of Louisiana. Grand Prix of Louisiana. We're in the final lap. We're back in the red. We're dead last. We are literally dead last. We're gonna get lapped again. The final lap, and we're gonna get lapped. And the car's grenade. But even that is even the worst thing for it, because at the end, where we are, we're Andrew Mota. We're Andrew Mota, and your driver is Ricardo Rosset. But here's the thing. In the scenario for Formula One, I say this. Really. In real assessment, we're Jensen Button. Better yet, not really even Jensen Button. We're racing on the final lap of the Grand Prix of Louisiana. Formula One. In my assessment, we're in the final lap. Let's just like say for Abu Dhabi, but let's just say this: we're in the final lap of the Grand Prix of Louisiana. So we're using Abu Dhabi as our assessment. So at the end, and it's sad I say this, but at the end, we're in the final lap. We are in the final place of the we're in the last. We're not in the top 10. We're 11th, and we're in the final lap, and the place is where we are is 11th. The next person is 10th on the final turn. We're in the final lap. You got to get a point. You got to get on the point of 10th place to get a point. Better yet, to be in the points, because you have been getting 0 points all year. The Grand Prix of Louisiana, which is 2027 election. This is our final year. This is our final time we do it. Final time. You're in 11th place, and in front of us is 10th. That's Texas. And we're ass. Our car is groundhog ass. Fresh hot ass. And I mean, when I mean fresh hot ass, I mean fresh hot ass. We're just ass. All year. And we're going to be out of business if we don't get that point. That's Louisiana. We're going to be on administration. Be out of business after that race if we don't get that point. So guess what? 10 points is a point. 25 for the win now. But 10th place is a point. We got to pass that guy to get to the point. Get to 1 point. So yes, we have to. So it's going to be one way. Pass them or an engine grenade. But here's the truth. We're not waiting for an engine grenade. We're going to pass them. We're going to pass them on the middle sector. Because we're going to be the weaker sector. So right now it's do or die. So what are we going to do? Okay, tell you what we're going to do. Pass them on the middle sector. Push hard for the final sector to take the win. To take 10 points. To take 10 plays to get the point to survive. That's what we do. To take from 11th place, to take that to get to 10th place. Get out and vote in 2027 for Louisiana. Because 10th place is worth it. It's our survival. If we don't, I'm going to tell you right now, if we don't, I say this with all due respect, we're going to be in administration. And we're going to be out of business. So yes, the middle sector is the best place to take the win, to take them, pass them, and and survive it, to get to the final sector to win the race, to get the point. That's it. And if we did it and we do so, checker flag, we get to 10th, we're going to survive. Because accountability is being held. Now for this. Because now when we survive and we get to 10th place and get the point, now we fire everybody else. Now we're clearing house. 10th place really is getting out there to vote. Clearing house really after the race is really clear the deck and clear everybody else. Your team principal is the governor of this state. Clear them out. Get them out of here. And then all the tire changers, all the pit crews, all of them, clear them out. Renew. In a Formula One way, this is what we do. For Andrea Moda, they got fired. They got fired. FIA banned them for disrepute. But Ferrari, in '99, yes, won the constructors title, cleared the place out. But now, it's 2000. They made it, and guess what? For Ferrari, won the Formula One World Championship for the driver's title and the constructor's title for Michael Schumacher and Ferrari. Boom. That's us. Our comeback is here. Finish in the points, which is get out and vote. Clean house, clear the decks, which is after the race, and by really voting both parties out, clear the decks. Renew for 2000, which is for Formula for we're using like the Michael Schumacher aspect, but yeah, for the aspect of Michael Schumacher in that is now, yeah, guess what? Fighting for 2000 to win the title and bring home a win for our state. That's Formula One. That's our state in Formula One in a nutshell. We're dead last. And our goal is simple. Not voting is not gonna do. But voting may not help either. And if we do, we're using voting in this case at this point to hold accountability because we needed to. We don't want to, but we have to. Accountability is held. So, yeah. Yes. Our goal is accountability. Our goal for Louisiana for 2027 is really do the most unusual shit you will ever do in all time. Get out and vote. Getting out and vote. Knowing that it may not work, but we have to. Getting out and vote. Even those that have never voted before. There's a reason why. Those that are living in Louisiana, and those that have lived in Louisiana for a month. Guess what? Welcome. Your first order of business. Get a Louisiana ID and sign your voter registration card. And be no party affiliate. Because at this point, the survival of Louisiana might as well be paramount. And for those gonna call me, you're just a liberal. Do I tell you there's a reason why the duopoly is that reason? And why both parties should be popped? I'm not a liberal nor a conservative. I'm a libertarian. I'm for liberty and freedom and justice for all. And if you're not, sit down. Either sit down, wave your hand, there's a door, get out. Because it's not for play anymore. This is Louisiana being ranked dead last back of the grid. Guess what? We got to be last. We got to start last to go to first. At this point, yes, being dead last, rooted at the back, and you are in 11th place in the constructor's title, and you need a point to really get you to be in business, to be in a better state, and better yet, really to get to this is 11th place in a Formula One constructor's title. You need a point so you don't go out of business the next week. Guess what? That's how we start. Getting out and vote. Our issues really are not of Baton Rouge, or even better yet, not even in DC. It starts here. Right here. If you live in Natchitoches. Right here. Yes, we made out of I made out a grade for it, and at the end, yeah, guess what? Solve problems. Let's do something. Yes, it's sad that they had to take down the mural and everything else, and somebody had to pay $50 fine to do it. But it's not gonna be even on a person's wall. It's time we build it and create it and put it up online for the world to see. That's how we do it. Better yet, winning really is accountability. Giving the accountability where it needs. And for us in Louisiana and everywhere else, guess what? The accountability is for the people that we do like and the people that we don't. That's accountability. Give accountability as equally as you can get. Because that's enough. It's enough. Good night. Good luck. That's the stream, guys. Yes. That's it. That's it, folks. It's a job of pain. I don't know how I get to 117. Ugh.